Peace to everybody. This is about some of the greatest April Fool's pranks of all time, and as you can see here in the video, you got somebody dressed as a Joker. April Fool's Day ain't what it used to be. Companies will come up with gags. Everybody will have a good laugh, but nobody will be fooled. So companies have been coming up with gags. Everybody would laugh at them, but nobody will be fooled. Oh, for the days when April Fool's Day hoaxes and pranks could cause lines outside liquor stores or prompt people to smell their TVs or choke telephone lines with complaints to the National Park Service. So yeah, it's just crazy different stuff that people believe they could smell their TV. Come on, really? Or choke their telephone lines, or they could have pranks could cause lines outside liquor stores. We're all so much smarter now, aren't we? Aren't we? Well, to prepare you for this day of trickery, here are 10 of the most or here are 10 of the best April Fool's pranks in history. After all, forewarned is forearmed, or as Abraham Lincoln once observed, don't believe everything you read on the internet. So yeah, don't believe everything you read on the internet. It's stupid, it's ridiculous. I mean, just it's all hoaxes, pranks, trickery. That's all it is. Number one, pasta grows on trees. Yeah, it'd be a cold day in hell before that ever happens. On April 1st, 1957, the BBC TV show Paranorma ran a segment about the Swiss spaghetti harvest enjoying a bumper year thanks to mild weather and their elimination of the spaghetti weevil. Many credulous Britons were taken in, and why not? The story was on television. Then a relatively new invention, and Auntie Beep would never lie, would it? Oh, they came up with this crazy story about the spaghetti that's supposed to be growing on trees, but that's not true. Spaghetti don't grow on trees. If it did, I would be picking it off by now, but it's not true. The story was ranked the number one April Fool's hoax of all time by the Museum of Hoaxes website, a fine source for all things foolish. So it was ranked at number one. So for pasta to grow on trees. Number two, the fastest pitcher of all time. George Plimpton, always a worry writer, invented the tale of Mets pitcher Siddhartha Sid Finch for Sports Illustrated. The story about Finch, who could throw 168 miles per hour, ran in the magazine's April 1st, 1985 issue, and eagle-eyed readers caught on immediately. The first letters in the words of the story's secondary headline spelled out Happy April Fool's Day, but others worried whether the Mets had added another fireballer to their top-notch staff. Plimpton later turned the story into a novel. So yeah, it was. So they claim and say that he threw a fastball that was 168 miles per hour, and it ran in the magazine of April 1st of 1985 issue. So it was pretty ironic. Redefine pi. Pi is so challenging. How could anybody work with an irrational number that goes on and on and on? Lawmakers in Alabama allegedly thought so, passing a law in 1998 that redefined 3.14159 to simply 3, though the news was a hoax from a man named Mark Boslow. It became widely disseminated and believed. No wonder in 1987 the Indiana legislature attempted to pass a bill establishing pi as 3.2 among other numbers. So they just played a crazy joke about it, and it was it was to be believed, but now it was a believable story, and the lawmakers tried to pass that law, and it was all a prank. It was just a hoax. Nothing real, nothing like that. Left-handed toilet paper. Why should right-handers be closer to cleanliness? In 2015, Cottonelle tweeted that it was introducing left-handed toilet paper for those southpaws out there. The joke followed a 1998 stunt by Burger King about its new left-handed Whopper. So yeah, that was a pretty crazy joke. People thought they could use a left hand to reach for toilet paper, but it was really for right-handed people that and all that. But it tried it. The joke did follow Burger King in 1998. Few people may have been taken in by Cottonelle, but that wasn't the case in 1973 when Johnny Carson cracked a joke about a toilet paper shortage. Worried Americans immediately stocked up. Well, you can never be too sure. So that was a crazy, crazy joke that Johnny Carson did in 1973, saying that there was going to be a toilet paper shortage and everybody had to stock up immediately to make sure they didn't run out. The Taco Liberty Bell. In this now classic 1996 prank, Taco Bell took out newspaper ads saying it had bought the Liberty Bell in an effort to help the national debt. Even some senators were taken in, and the National Park Service even held a press conference to deny the news. At noon, the fast food chain admitted the joke and said it was donating $50,000 for the landmark Bell's Care. The value of the joke, of course, was priceless. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. I think that one was kind of funny, but Taco Bell bought the Liberty Bell. Nah, it didn't happen. The joke was denied, and they didn't know nothing about it, of course, and of course it was priceless. Big Ben goes digital, and as you can see here, here's the Big Ben clock. The Brits are masters of April Fool's gags, and in 1980, the BBC's overseas service said the iconic clock tower was getting an update. The joke did not go over well, and the BBC apologized. That hasn't stopped it from popping up again in the digital era, however. Yeah, so the clock, it was it was a gag saying that it was going to go digital, and it just never happened and they apologized for that one, so it just never really happened. Color TV, try nylon. In another TV related jokes, in 1962, the Swedish National Network put on a technical expert who told the public that its black and white broadcasts could be made color by viewing them through nylon stockings. Many Swedes fell for the hoax. There's no truth to the rumor, however, that some have gotten their revenge by burning a giant goat every year. So, oh my gosh, this one is crazy. So people are tricking them, saying that the TV could be in color by looking through nylon stockings, and oh come on! And they fell for the hoax. There was no truth to the rumor. It was just all lies, and the only way they got revenge was to burn a giant goat every year. Goodbye, Space Needle. In 1989, a Seattle comedy show went on the air and said the city's Space Needle had fallen down. It even had pictures. The news was a joke, of course, but that was little comfort to 700 panicky callers alarmed by the story. Skip to the 225 mark on the video. So people were panicking, thinking the Space Needle had fell, and even had pictures and everything else, but it was just, and the panicky callers were just boom calling in like crazy. Google Gulp. Google loves April Fool's Day almost as much as making doodles. In 2005, the company said it was branching out with a new drink, Google Gulp. It would help to achieve maximum optimization of your soon to be grateful cerebral cortex, also low in carbs. Add to it Add it to fake Google products including Google Romance, Gmail Paper, and Google Voice for pets, but not Gmail itself. However, that was real. So, yeah, it was an April Fool's joke that it was going to make Google gulp. And Google loves playing pranks every year, as you can see. And it would branch out into ever something else, but the Google products, they weren't really falling for it too much, but except the one part was real. Don't drink and surfing. You know what? I kind of agree with it because if you start drinking something and you go surfing, yeah, you would get pretty much sick. In 1984, PC Magazine ran a column about a bill making its way through Congress that would prohibit the use of the internet while intoxicated. Although the name of the contact person was listed as Lev- Lipia Sloof, spell her name backwards. Many people took the story seriously. Oh, so this it was more likely about the internet. I'm sorry, my apologies. I corrected myself. So that's what it was. Surfing on the internet and drinking liquids. Well, yeah, okay. While intoxicated, I pretty much I don't know. I kind of agree with that. If you're too intoxicated, you really, and if your eyes are blurry to see anything, I wouldn't go surfing around on the internet either. In retrospect, however, perhaps the bill, fake or not, wasn't a bad idea. So, yeah, it wasn't really much of a bad idea not uh, to not be intoxicated and surfing on the internet at the same time. But if you are, just stay off the internet because it's a pretty bad idea because your eyes can't focus on what you want to see on the internet. Leave your comments below. I am out.